Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 3, entitled Gajendra's Prayers of Surrender. Text 6. I will read myself, I think, because it's not written on the board. Nayasya deva rishayah padam vibhuhu jantuf punah korhati gantu miritum yatha natasya kritibhir vicheshtato duratyayanu sabha mavatu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. An artist on stage being covered by attractive dresses and dancing with different movements is not understood by his audience. Similarly, the activities and features of the Supreme Artist cannot be understood even by the demigods or great sages, and certainly not by those who are unintelligent like animals. Neither the demigods and sages nor the unintelligent can understand the features of the Lord, nor can they express in words His actual position. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead give me protection. Purport. A similar understanding was expressed by Kunti Devi. The Supreme Lord exists everywhere, within and without. He even exists within the heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridadesha arjuna tishtati. Thus it is indicated that one can find the Supreme Lord within one's heart. There are many yogis trying to find Him. Dhyana avasthita tatgatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha. Nonetheless, even great yogis, demigods, saints, sages have been unable to understand the bodily features of that great artist, nor could they understand the meaning of his movements. What then is to be said of ordinary speculators, like the so-called philosophers of this material world? For them, he is impossible to understand. Therefore, we must accept the statements given by the Supreme when He kindly incarnates to instruct us. We must simply accept the word of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna and Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and follow in their footsteps. Then it may be possible for us to know the purpose of their incarnations. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattataha taktva deham punarjanma naiti mamiti swarjuna. If by the Lord's grace one can understand Him, one will immediately be delivered even within his material body. The material body will no longer have any function, and whatever activities take place with the body will be the activities of Krishna consciousness. In this way, one may give up his body and return home back to Godhead. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayamarupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shritaf Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This verse is spoken by Gajendra, an elephant. Who could expect an elephant speaking so learned words? But as is seen here, he is really learned because of the mercy of the Lord. Actually, he practiced devotion service in his previous life, but because of certain situation, he was now in elephant's body. So, if he commits some offense, then it happens that we are given one body of some animal, that we see in case of Jada Bharat also, many instances. But that birth even in animal, as an animal, is not ordinary. So, as we see, when the situation arose, then he remembered, yes, that Lord, Supreme Lord whom I was worshipping, and he prayed to him, and then Lord Vishnu came. And so he is, by Lord's mercy, he is able to understand something about Lord. We can not understand everything about God, because he is beyond any limits, but definitely we can understand something, that is that much as is necessary for us to serve him. That much at least we can understand. But other than devotees, even that also they cannot understand. Name vidu surgana. Even the great demigods are unable to understand Krishna. Name vidu surgana prabhavam nam harshayah. Even the great rishis, they can't understand. So we see that like Srila Prabhupada quotes here, dhyana avasyatad gatena manasa pashyanti yam yogina. Yogis, they practice very severe austerities, and then they are able to see only a partial manifestation of Krishna, Paramatma. Very rarely they are able to reach that level. Most of yogis, they are not able to reach there. Kuyogina, in another verse in Bhagavatam, where Krishna appears in front of Narada Muni, he explains, because Narada Muni saw him and then Lord disappeared. So then Lord says, yes, for Kuyogina I am impossible to be seen, but you are not Kuyogi, so you are able to see, but you have to further purify yourself to be able to live with me. So then Narada continued, and then he became Narada, because this is a story of Narada in his previous life. So the point here is that Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddha yatatam api siddhanam kaschid mam viti tattata. It's very, very, very rare to understand Krishna. The yogis, what they understand is just that feature of the Lord which is in this world as Paramatma. They have no access to the form of the Lord which is present in his spiritual world. Prabhupada writes here, even great yogis, demigods, saints and sages have been unable to understand the bodily features of that great artist. Bodily features means the form of the Lord. They can understand his majesty, his all pervasiveness. To some extent they can understand that. Like we were seeing yesterday, that Virat Rupa. So Virat Rupa, there are different types of Virat Rupa. One Virat Rupa is where one meditates as the whole universe being the body of the Lord. This is another way. This is for those who are not able to, who have no eligibility to enter into spiritual world. They can only meditate on the material things. So, for them it is advised that they, in their mind, they visualize how this whole universe is nothing but the body of Lord, and in this way they begin to relate how everything is connected to God, and this way they begin to become Krishna conscious. And it is expected that by that gradually they will get purified, and one day they will be able to see the spiritual form of the Lord. Seeing means entering into the relationship with that form of the Lord. It is not like people go around and see different things. Okay, I saw this, I saw this. Because seeing Krishna means to love Krishna. Seeing Krishna is to love Krishna. And to love Krishna, love means activities to serve Him. So, this is expected that gradually we will advance. So, if it is so difficult for the yogis, for demigods, for Brahma, then what to speak of ordinary human beings? Therefore, we see very, very clearly people are puzzled about God, completely puzzled about God. Especially the personal feature of the Lord, the personality of God, that is the most secret. Rahasyam hi etad uttamam. In Bhagavad Gita, therefore Krishna says, Bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasyam hi etad. It's rahasya. Even when Krishna personally comes in that form, it is rahasya. Duryodhana was also seeing that form. He still could not understand. Because premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. It's only by salve of love that one can understand that personality of Krishna. These yogis who attain mukti, they may go to Paramatma Lok. Can you imagine going to Paramatma Lok? What an achievement it is. It's nothing in comparison to this, anything in this material world. Going to Paramatma Lok. No comparison. And going to Paramatma Lok is nothing in comparison to being with Lord, serving Him, because in Paramatma Lok there is no service. There is Lord as Paramatma and you behold Him. Just beholding Him is such an experience that yogis for life, many lives, they are performing severe austerities just to behold Him. I think that's also in Christianity the concept that see the Lord and it's like majestic and you just go on looking at Him, something like that. It's such a form, it's brilliant and like that something. But probably gradually then became some impersonal idea also gradually. But what I understand a little bit is that originally that idea was there, that there is a person. But the thing is, for the yogis and most of the messengers also, those who come, they are only able to tell people about that majestic, that opulences, that's all. But beyond that glaring opulences is the personality of God, which is only achievable by pure devotion service. And therefore, for most of people it is unreachable, because the pure devotion is not there. Satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam pushana pavranu. Therefore, there is a prayer. Please remove this glare from your face that I can see your form. You see, when there is an automobile in the night, when there is a headlight, you cannot see the form of the car behind. You are glared by that light. So similarly, the form of the Lord is so brilliant, like here yesterday we were discussing that Virat Rupa, as if thousands of suns have arisen simultaneously. Just one sun we cannot stare at. And if hundreds and thousands of such suns have to appear at one time, what will happen? So, such glare that we cannot see the form behind. So, therefore, it is a mystery. The personality of Krishna, personality of God is a mystery. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give us. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau. So, this personality, and especially that feature of the personality which is very sweet, there is a sweet reciprocation with the Lord, very intimate service of the Lord. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically came to give. So, this is the situation of the yogis and other people. Now, about the ordinary people, for ordinary people it is just nato natya dharo yatha, as Prabhupada is stating here, as Gajendra is stating, like an actor, he is dressed up. So, his real identity cannot be known by the audience. So, namasye purusham tvadyam Ishwaram prakriti pare alakshe sarvabhutanam antar bahiravastitam. Kunti Maharani prays that Lord, you are present inside and outside of everyone, still no one can see you. Nothing like Krishna is so close to us. Krishna is the closest to us, but still he is farthest from us. Very amazing things. Antarbahi, he is inside and outside. He is just present everywhere. Still, we can't see him. Alakshe sarvabhutanam antarbahiravastitam. Why he can't be seen by ordinary people? Maya javanika channam agya adhokshajam abhyayam nalakshase muddrasha nato natya dharo yatha. Kunti Maharani prays that why people, ordinary people, why they can't see you? Because you are covered by a curtain. What is that curtain made up of? Maya. It is made up of your illusory potency. Maya javanikacha. Javanikacha means curtain. Javanika. Javanika matlab curtain. Achannam. Achannam matlab covered. Maya javanika achannam. You are covered by a curtain made up of Maya, created by Maya, or in the form of Maya. Agya adhokshajam abhyayam. There you are adhokshajam. You cannot be withheld by this material senses. Another thing here, Gajendra says, you cannot be expressed in words. Words cannot reach you. Vedic Shastra says the words don't reach. Agochara, Tama Kinchana, Agochara. In senses cannot reach Krishna, therefore adhokshaja. But that doesn't mean that there are no words to glorify Krishna. No, there is a spiritual word, spiritual sound is there which can glorify Krishna. So it's not that every word is material, there is a spiritual word also. Therefore, Narada Muni heard Krishna. So Krishna speaks. It's not that ultimately absolute truth is without any form, without any sound, without any words. No. So, and devotees speak to Krishna. So there are spiritual words by which they speak to Krishna, but material words can't reach him. So these are some of the mysteries which our life should be dedicated to get into this mystery. This is the goal of our life. To before we die, we have to this lifetime, this precious life has been given to us now, that we have to understand that mystery, we have to enter into that mystery, we have to realize Krishna and our relationship. For millions and millions of births, we are bereft of that association with Krishna. So now it's a very small time given to us, very small window. If we don't utilize that, again, we don't know when the next chance will come. So it's like the most urgent thing for us. There is nothing more urgent than that, because we have very less time and a huge task ahead to realize the beautiful form and our beautiful relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.